What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How are you guys doing today? Welcome to another episode of Phenomenal Views. I, of course, am your host, Nick Smith, and this is a review that has been overdue for a while. This is my review for Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice, but the Ultimate Edition. Now, I'm just going to come out and say it. The one that came out in theaters was edited horribly. When me and my awesome girlfriend went and watched that movie, I felt like there was a bunch of stuff missing. It felt like a collaborated mess. Now, some of the stuff that was good, but just a lot of the stuff that they left out made me feeling like there was something missing. So like that, I had a review, but I never finished it. But I'm going to just go through some of the things that I liked. First and foremost, Ben Affleck is the best thing that's in that movie. Ben Affleck is a perfect Bruce Wayne and a perfect Batman, especially when it represents this Batman. Now, this is an adaptation of my favorite comic of all time, The Dark Knight Returns, which I actually have it on my shelf somewhere. That is my favorite Batman comic of all time. And so when I heard that Zack Snyder was adapting this, I was like, oh, heck yeah, awesome. And everybody's like, I don't know if it's going to be good. I don't know if it's going to be good. I was hoping it would be good. And the Dark Knight Return aspect is done really well. I love Ben Affleck as Batman. He's brutal. He is intimidating. He looks like Batman, and his voice, he sounds like Batman. And I like how they do it because he actually has a microphone in his helmet or in his cowl that changes his voice. So I thought that was really well. I love the guy who plays Alfred. I cannot remember his name, but I love the guy who plays Alfred. I love him. Him and Ben Affleck have great chemistry together. Their banter between one another is hilarious. Alfred making jokes about how there's probably not going to be a next generation of Waynes. Alfred making jokes about Bruce Wayne being honest. Alfred making jokes about Bruce not being able to lie. He plays a good Alfred, and in this movie, Batman is angry. Even Alfred is angry. And there's a lot of stuff that's taken from the Dark Knight Returns comic. That there's some dialogue between Superman and Batman that's actually put between Batman and Bruce. Or not Batman and Bruce, but Alfred and Bruce. And Alfred is like, okay, we have to have some new rules. And Bruce is pretty much, we're criminals, Alfred. We've always been criminals. Nothing's changed. And he's like, oh yes, it has. Everything has changed. And so I thought that was done really well, how they took a lot of stuff from the Dark Knight Returns comic and put it into this movie very well. I loved it, but unfortunately the cuts are pretty bad, and it just doesn't it has the movie not make much sense. I did not, and I'm probably not the only person, I did not like Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. But now, however, I do not criticize the actor. Me being an actor myself, I know what it's like to try to put a spin on a character, make it something new. And there were times where he was intimidating. But just like his and all that stuff, it made it feel like he would have been a better Joker than a Lex Luthor. Because I'm just going to show you who I think should have been Lex Luthor in Batman vs. Superman. Hold on. The guy who plays Lex Luthor in Smallville, if you can see that, he is the best version of Lex Luthor I think we have ever gotten to date. The perfect mixture of what Lex Luthor is supposed to be. And I was just like, why did you not bring this guy back? You could have done a good job with it. But we got what we got. But Jesse Eisenberg, I'm not criticizing him as an actor because he's good. But I just didn't like what he was doing with the character of Lex Luthor. That's not what I think of when it comes to Lex Luthor. But it is clear he is trying and he is giving it his all. And you can see he's having fun with the role. That's what matters. But it just didn't scream off Lex Luthor to me. I loved Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was awesome. I liked Doomsday, except one issue. And I know a couple people who made this argument. A lot of people said there was too much destruction in Man of Steel. And they compared it to how they contained the destruction in Avengers. And my argument with that was that Superman cannot control his power. Or he can, but he's not that experienced with them. And so, of course, there's going to be casualties. Of course, there's going to be destruction. I mean, that's like if you give a guy a gun who's never... that's like if you give somebody an AK-47 who's never shot off a gun before and starts pulling the trigger. People are going to get killed. And so, like, one of the things that they do in this movie that I thought was dumb is when the Doomsday stuff comes, you know, they're like, oh, that district is clear. There's no people getting injured. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, why did you guys beat Zack Snyder over the head with this? And see, here's the thing. I don't like carnage and destruction. I don't like people getting killed. But when it comes to Doomsday, in my opinion, that is when casualties should be there, because that's what Doomsday does. That's what Doomsday is. He's carnage. He's pure destruction and carnage. And so, like, when, like, the whole entire movie, the film was trying to associate, okay, not a lot of people are getting killed. I mean, like, this is an R rating. Take it to that advantage. When it comes to Doomsday, people should be. And, like, I'm not saying, like, you know, like, go, like, full... Actually, no, maybe I am. But, like, just the point is, I think that some destruction is justified. Some casualties are justified when it comes to these type of movies. With Superman, in Man of Steel, he couldn't control his powers. There's an excuse for people losing their lives. Doomsday, he's freaking mass destruction. He's carnage. He's death. That's what he does. There's an example of casualties. Like, through the whole entire movie, they would be like, there's no one here. The workday has ended. There's no one in these buildings. Yes, because no one works late at night. But other than that, the movie really wasn't bad. Now, okay, that's my review of the theater edition. The theater edition, I'll give a C+. Now, the Ultimate Edition makes this movie so much better, far better than what we got in theaters. It is so good. It introduces that photographer that was Jimmy Olsen. It explains how Lois figured out that Lex planned all this. There is so much stuff that is put in here to make the film better. It's a better cut. This is what we should have gotten in theaters. However, you want to know what should have been cut out? And these don't make any sense. They stopped the movie for these. The Man-Bat dream makes no sense to the movie. You could take that out and have it, and the movie would be the same. You could take out the desert dream. The movie would be the same. You could take out the Flash sequence. The movie would be the same. You could take out the scene of Wonder Woman looking at every single Justice League thing. The movie would have been the same. Now, I didn't mind the Justice League stuff, but they added nothing to the film. They added nothing to the film. Now this isn't as bad as Iron Man 2 or The Amazing Spider-Man 2, where they were just hitting you over the head of, like, Iron Man 2, Avengers movie, Avengers movie, Avengers movie, Avengers movie, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Sinister Six, Sinister Six, Sinister Six, Sinister Six. It doesn't do it as bad as those. And what I'm talking about is, throughout those two films, the entire point of those movies is to say, oh, you want to see Spider-Man? Too bad. This is a trailer for Sinister Six. You want to see Iron Man? Too bad. This is a trailer for Avengers. This movie doesn't do it as much, but it still does it. It does the whole entire thing of Justice League is coming. Justice League is coming. Justice League is coming. Justice League is coming. We know that, but do it subtly. You did not have to have Wonder Woman click on every single profile. Heck, all that what worked perfect for me, Bruce Wayne looking at them, and that's it. Just acknowledging that they're in this universe. If they would have taken that out, if they would have taken all of that out, the movie would have been fine. But overall, I'm going to give Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, I'm going to give this movie a B+. Get the Unlimited Edition. It makes so much more sense. There is an extra 30 minutes, and it just has the movie make more sense overall. So yeah, Theater Edition, a C+. Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, the Unlimited Edition, with an extra 30 minutes, it gets a B+. Now, if you're wondering, well, why did I not mention stuff about the Wonder Woman thing? Now, I did not mind Bruce looking at Wonder Woman's stuff, but that's because she's in the movie. We have to acknowledge her. We have to get to know her. The other ones are not really in the movie. Their cameos were pointless. I'm like, they could have just had at the end where Bruce is talking to Wonder Woman and saying, like, we've got to find the others. They didn't have to show us. They did not have to stop the movie and show us. I mean, I know there's a thing of show, don't tell, but don't show too much. And that's what I honestly just think that they did. I think that they showed too much. But the Wonder Woman stuff was fine because she's in the movie. She's a character. They need to show us some stuff with her because she's in the movie. The other guys are not really in the movie. They're just there. They're not really that important. They're just there. It's just saying Justice League is coming. But yeah, if they would have just gotten rid of the dream sequences and Wonder Woman looking at the Justice League stuff, it would have been fine. And the Flash dream, because that didn't make any gosh darn sense. Well, guys, put in the comments below, what did you think of Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice overall? I really want to know. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you prefer the Unlimited Edition or do you prefer the Theater Edition? Do you like The Dark Knight Returns? That's honestly my favorite comic, and I'm glad that they adapted this. They did a lot of good stuff explaining why Bruce is the way he is, but guys, thank you for watching this video, and for any other videos that you would like to see, hit that like button and hit the comments below, and also don't forget to subscribe and hit that, and like I said, if you're upside down, the like button's not this one, it's this one. Guys, have a good day, and I'll see you next time on Phenomenal Views.